I am a glorious, shining light. Doesn't that make you feel good? Say that to yourself or out loud. I am a glorious, shining light. Now I understand that there's often difficulty in accepting the reality that we are a glorious, shining light. And also accepting a reality where the body and mind can actually heal. And that's where we must have faith. Listening to words that inspire are very helpful. And practicing your disciplines and affirmations and devotions and what you study is transforming. So be patient. You might consider making a pledge to yourself, a pledge of faith. This would help you by only involving yourself in good associations, actually, if you can, a divine association, and joining with others of light mind. Not only do we achieve balance and peace within, we promote righteousness and order in society. And we do our part to spiritually awaken. And then what happens? We naturally become an example to others. So what you probably wonder if you listen to video 1 and 2, okay, she's talking about this glorious light. Well, we've heard that before. We've heard you just reach up to heaven, so to speak, and you pull that energy down into your chakras, your centers. Yes, that's all very good, but there are other ways of doing it. And in this particular video, I'm going to suggest an alternative way. So, if you're in a good spot right now where you can do this, just relax. You can lie down on the floor or bed and visualize a circle around you, and you're the dot. You're the center. Or you could sit in a chair and just put your arms on your thighs, or if you like to sit yoga style, whatever makes you comfortable. And it does help to face east or north. So if you can figure out that direction, please do so. So take a few deep breaths. You don't have to hold your breaths or do anything fancy. What I really want you to do is to use your imagination. And one of the things I like to do, I have a vase of violet flowers, filled with violet flowers in front of me. And my eyes are closed to a certain point when the energy reaches the pineal gland, the sixth center, in the center of the forehead. Then I open my eyes and I look at that beautiful indigo-violet combination that just is stunning. And it's all impressed in consciousness. So if you have something of that similar to that color, you might like to do that as well. So remember, you are God's glorious shining spirit. And right now, we're going to take just a very short time to do this. And what I'd like to recommend is that you, when you have more time, take at least 15 minutes daily and go through this exercise. It's very simple. You don't need music or anything, but if you want to light a candle or burn incense, play some soft music, fine. But as soon as you get yourself settled down, your higher self, your glorious self, knows exactly what's coming next. So Now that you're comfortable, visualize a glorious golden light. But you're not going to visualize it somewhere high above you. You're going to visualize it at the base of your spine. And you heard me right. But we're doing this in your vital etheric body. So go down to the base of your spine where the glorious light, science is actually very different in the direction it takes. So we're going to bring the energy upwards rather than reaching upward outside of self. See, that's the trick. We've been programmed to always look outside ourselves. The light is within. So the word activate is what you'll be focusing on, not drawing energy down from outside self, but the energy that is dormant within. It already exists, and everybody is at a different point of activation depending on your past history and your consciousness, how balanced you are. So let's begin to activate it, and in turn begin to really love it. So begin at the base, and as you breathe in, it would be nice to create your own short mantra. And you can change that. It doesn't always have to be every time you do this, your mantra. But something to the effect, I am the light of God. To mentally think that as you're inhaling that glorious white light up. It's a combination of white and gold, bringing it up from the spine, and you see it going through your different centers. And as I said, do it, mentally say that for about 15 minutes, and you'll be surprised at what happens to you. Keep doing it, and you'll notice changes. And so what you're doing is you're going through all these chakras or centers, but you're going through the etheric body, your perfect pattern. It once was a perfect pattern, and correcting it. And by going, let's say, through the root, you'll be helping your survival area. You'll be helping with physical needs, your joints, and the system of your legs and feet and skeletal. And it'll also help you psychologically ground yourself. So begin the light there. And you're inhaling, and just bring it up next to your sacral, the pelvic area, and reproductive. And this is a good place to balance your emotions. So your emotions, all our emotions, need light. And as you continue upward, your solar plexus, which is your personal ID or ego, and your small intestines, and actually your stomach and liver, digestive area. Just keep bringing it up. I don't want you to see colors like typically is done. Just bring that amazing meaning for the different chakras. Just bring that amazing light up and continue up to your heart. And that, of course, has to do with relationships and love. And often the area that shows up is problems in the heart and the lungs. And sometimes your shoulders, too, and arms. It's respiratory. So the idea is to have unconditional love. It's taken me a while to describe this, but you don't have to go through all that when you're actually doing it. But I'm just pointing this out as a reminder of what's actually happening. And so you continue up in your inhale to your throat. and the jaw, and this is communication, and the thyroid, and the speech. And it has a lot to do with the balance of your inner self. Now, as you've been pulling this golden white light up from the base to your third eye, intuition, wisdom, pineal center, you'll become very calm and focused. What I do is at that point I open my eyes and look at this purple. And it really impacts you. I'm not having you go up to the crown because that is unity. And it doesn't have an issue. Like, even though it does involve the brain and nervous system, if you choose to do that, you can. But for this particular meditation, I've been just going to the third eye, the pineal area. So, to review that, when you're home alone, you don't have to remember all those things I said. All you need to do is the glorious light. I am that glorious light. It's already in me. And what I'm just doing is I'm activating it, I'm expanding it, and I'm being it. And I'm doing a cleanup job, sort of. And so bring that up from the base and inhale slowly and see the different points in your mind, and then see the pineal and the burst of, as I said, you can use the indigo or violet or purple. See that light, and then in your mind, that's when I say the mantra, the statement that I've chosen when I look at that point in the violet light. And then I exhale and go back down to the bottom. And do that for 15 minutes and every day, and you'll be surprised. You should begin noticing changes in your life in the weeks ahead. And we need that. That's one way you can help yourself and the planet, the people you live with, your friends, by being an example. And so I'm suggesting this and reiterating in the conclusion. We can do this even though we live at a time of concern, great concern on our planet, not only for survival. We're concerned about climate and world conditions and environment. And many of us are concerned about the suffering of humanity, which includes the animals and the plant life, everything. The water, the earth, the sky. We can gain a normal, sane, regulated life by vitalizing our etheric body. It doesn't cost you anything, and the benefits can be amazing. So what is needed really is a willingness on your part, and just taking time out, 15 minutes, to honor who you are. Because inner rebellion won't work anymore. And life goes on, but we can consciously and deliberately try to beautify and heal it. God bless.